VCW Wrestling begins with the following contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from Slick Street, USA, weighing at 229 pounds, Too Slick, Zukko.
The Liberty Lottery is in the rear view mirror, and now we move forward. VCW coming to you from the Kroc Center in Norfolk, Virginia, the back half of 2025 as wrestlers look to reset and end this calendar year strong. My name is Jason Heat. I will be your host alongside Brandon Matheny. The Liberty Lottery, our biggest event of the year. And now we look at a night full of debuts here.
Introducing his opponent, hailing from Richmond, Virginia, weighing at 197 pounds, Myrone.
Ryan Zukko, one of many wrestlers making their debut here tonight, going up against a fan favorite. A man who is looking more than almost anyone else on the roster. I think I'm catching strays. Thanks to Ryan Zukko, gonna try and remain impartial. As the center of attention, Myrone Malone makes his way for our opening contest. Myrone Malone spent 2025 chasing the Liberty title, but to no avail. And now, so long as Commander King is that champion, Myrone Malone is legally not allowed to challenge for that championship. And Ryan Zukko immediately shooting daggers at my commentary partner. Did you do something to upset the young man, Mr. Matheny?
Not that I'm aware of, but I sure don't want to upset him. He's a bit of a ruffian, as they say. Makes me a little nervous. But I mean, to your point, Jason, Myrone Malone put it all on the line and came up short. He can't challenge Commander King for the Liberty title ever again, and has to figure out where does he go from here.
Well, a heartbreaking loss for Myrone Malone in the Liberty Lottery, coming in second place to Papa Don. So, more than anyone else in the roster, Myrone is looking for tonight to rebound, reset, and end the year with a change of fortunes. But he is going up against a bad boy from the wrong side of the tracks.
And a newcomer here in VCW. Not a lot of tape on him, especially if you're just looking in this area. So Myrone Malone, fighting a bit of an unknown here, Ryan Zukko, who has been very impressive in his work up and down the East Coast.
Zukko bragging that earlier today he kicked a few nerds into the sand at Virginia Beach just before getting here.
Well, that's the sort of thing, some people will go for a run, some people will meditate. That's how Ryan Zukko gets ready for his matches, is kicking nerds into the sand.
Hard right to the jaw of Myrone Malone.
And you can see Malone's legs just collapse under him there, just hitting that nerve and taking him down.
And another strong strike by the bruiser, Ryan Zukko, too, for the man from Slick Street, USA.
I mean, Zukko's offense is not pretty, but boy, Jason, it is effective. It is putting Myrone Malone in a bad way right now, and Zukko firmly in control of this match.
Big back body drop as the man from Slick Street drove his Beamer down the highway here, cruising for a bruising, but he wants to be the one doing the bruising. And
right now he is letting the fans know just who Ryan Zukko is. And you know what? So I hear some of our fans chanting how stupid he looks, but he's winning. It's effective. Myrone Malone, though, impressive comeback here.
Now covered by Myrone Malone, a quick 2 count because he can change his fortunes in an instant. Myrone Malone has really taken VCW, especially the fan base, by storm over the last year. He is missing just one signature victory to cement himself, particularly as a single star, as Myrone Malone returning a back body drop, a former tag team champion here in VCW alongside Alex Devine, who's also returning today.
Absolutely, and tonight a big return to debuts here at VCW. And to your point, Jason, Myrone Malone has earned his way into the love of the fans here. Started in the tag ranks, worked his way up as a singles competitor, and is now a huge fan favorite here in VCW. And it is that quickness, that athleticism that gives him the chance to win any match he's in.
And now Myrone Malone pressing the advantage, but walks right into another strong strike.
Yeah, perhaps waited slightly too long out there to get out there, but return. Ooh, a rough shot.
Exchanging heavy hands. Neither man can win on the outside. They're going to have to try and take this back into the ring if they want to get victory. You know, win, lose, or draw, Myrone Malone is going, when we make our debut in Fredericksburg, Virginia in 2 weeks, he wants to go in with momentum.
Yeah, I mean, Nikita is someone he has fought with over and over again, and a win that matters a lot to Myrone Malone, but he wants to go in here.
Cover here right now.
But yes, that event on October 18th, an incredible event at Strange Ways Brewing. But Myrone Malone, very smartly, not looking past Ryan Zukko here.
Looking to find the spotlight and take flight is the center of attention. Myrone Malone, but instead, Malone finds less desirable circumstances.
Yeah, discomfort, I would say, on the top rope. I'm not sure if Zukko did that on purpose or just stumbled in the ropes, but it was very effective. Beautiful neck breaker there. Malone in a world of trouble.
And now it's Zukko with the cover, too, as well. Very evenly matched. Both men have trained together in the same facility. They come from the same dojo up in Maryland.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't really seen either man sort of throw their biggest bombs yet. We haven't seen that. It's been a very pacey match. Both men, as you said, going back and forth, really very evenly matched. Zukko with the upper end right now, but we've seen this change several times in this match.
Ryan Zukko.
He's smartly going after that lower leg.
Yeah, very loud mouth on this young man, but he is backing it up in action as well right now.
And really stressing those tendons and ligaments in the joints of Myrone Malone. It's not that we know anything about that, but those big strikes will do that and make it harder for Malone to do what he does best, which is fly around the ring.
Shining the chucks up just a little bit, getting those sneakers polished right before, I assume, well, instead, all that pomp, very little circumstance as Ryan Zukko going for the chin lock. Simple but effective offense from this throwback wrestler.
And someone who's just trying to show how dominant he is right now by having all of that momentum and going to a chin lock. Perhaps a little too much time, giving Myrone a chance to recover. Although, again, straight punch is very, very effective. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Like slick lightning coming down from the sky. It seems like Ryan Zukko can find his light as well. Cover. And a 2 count there, and perhaps maybe not as much pressure on the body as would be advisable there. That looks more like showing off than trying to get a win.
Yeah, certainly a bit of a cocky cover there. Not something that gets a win. And if you're Ryan Zukko, you'd want to get the win in this, your first match in VCW. I think that the time is now to...
Well, this was a decoy. Ryan Zukko used the shirt as a lure in order to be able to use the wrist tape to choke Myrone Malone. It is dirty pool, but it's great strategy if you can get away with it.
Absolutely. Zukko very smartly getting with it. For someone so early in his career to have that much ring presence, very, very impressive. But now being distracted by the fans, he really should go for the cover here and try to win this match.
Ryan Zukko has wrestled very wisely, though perhaps the Achilles heel is his need for approval from the fan base here, though, of course, Myrone Malone, also a man who likes the spotlight, so in that way, both men maybe mirror images of each other. Great balance there.
Wow. Not what I expect from Ryan Zukko, but very impressive. Incredible combination of maneuvers there.
And Zukko clearly hitting a different gear, not going on automatic, driving this manual.
I mean, this is not what I expect from Ryan Zukko, but he is impressing, maybe preening a little too much here.
Confounding expectations, showing that he can turn up the speed. But Ryan Zukko
lost his balance a little there. Myrone Malone going up there trying to take advantage.
Myrone Malone saw exactly what happened, ran to the top, but Zukko continuing, oh, okay. Zukko deciding that discretion is the better part of valor. Perhaps the second rope is high enough. Drop kick right to the chest by Myrone Malone.
It was enough to knock Zukko off balance, get him back in the ring, but Myrone just, whatever he did to that knee, doesn't have it right now to get that full height that he normally does.
Right now, Zukko just knocking Malone silly center of the ring. We could be looking at an upset very shortly, as Ryanzukko has systematically been breaking down Myrone Malone from the top bell.
Malone trying to counter, successfully does, over with the suplex, and Zukko collapses to the mat. Neither man really in a great position right now.
This is the opportunity that Myrone Malone has needed.
If Malone gets to his feet here, he can really press his advantage.
Malone has taken a lot of punishment. Can he turn things around right now?
Beautiful back elbow there, and another.
And this is why, at his best, Myrone Malone is the sauce savant, the Gucci grappler, the glitter drizzle, the Riz Riot, the hype supreme, the wrestler we know as Myrone Malone.
That, whatever you want to call him, Jason, he needs to get on.
You can call him a lot of things.
I'll call him many things, including one of the best young wrestlers here at VCW, but he needs to take care of business with Ryanzukko here.
Zukko continuing to catch, but instead it is Myrone Malone, complete shot, looking to shoot the half right now. At the last moment, Zukko got that shoulder. Zukko was dead weight there for a moment.
I did not even see Zukko moving. I thought that was going to be the end of the match. I really thought that was going to be it for Myrone Malone. Zukko showing impressive resilience here in his first match at VCW.
Malone's got to try and go in for the kill, got to try and put this away.
I know he's drawing off the crowd, but he needs to really go for the kill, press the advantage, make it happen.
For the first time, Ryanzukko looks out on his feet, catches, going for a quick roll-up, a change of strategy, and grabbing the tights.
Myrone Malone able to kick out of it. Now Malone going for the roll-up.
Malone not grabbing the tights, showing a little bit of extra honor, but here, another flash pin there. Both men quickly trying to establish their victory.
And now with the rear waistlock there, Zukko smartly grabbing onto that top rope, and then a back elbow to the chin of Myrone Malone, taking Malone down to his hands and knees.
There's a grittiness to Ryanzukko that comes from Zach. Caught right in the chin.
Jason, the grittiest may be his teeth now. I think he's just got kicked out of his head. Holy cow!
Blackout by Myrone Malone, looking to put the lights out on Ryanzukko.
Here is your winner, Myrone Malone.
Being the center of attention means knowing when to turn the spotlight off. That was the blackout by Myrone Malone, who gets a big victory.